All right, welcome everybody to Three Conservative Gimps, where we stand as one. We're not like the Senate, where only half the room stands. If they agree with this message that the role of government is to protect its citizens, not illegal aliens. So, welcome, everybody. Great day today. Another nice warm day today. We got up to 70 degrees, and the big change is going to happen tonight. We are going to have some snow tonight. They're saying 1 to 4 inches in the Denver metro area. So, we need the moisture. It is dry as a bone. So I'm going to play a little video here just before I bring up our panelists. This is a little something from the Ayatollah.
Holy crap, the Clears put an AirTag in my turban. This is outrageous.
All righty, let's welcome all the way from Muskogee, Oklahoma, and congratulations to his state. Let's welcome Lloyd Mendenhall. Welcome.
Hello, Art. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing
And
pretty
anybody
good.
in the chat? Yeah. We had thunderstorms and rain all night last night. It drizzled yesterday and rained a little bit, and part of the day yesterday. And then today I wake up and it was like it got up to 72 degrees. It's partly cloudy, but it was still, but I think we got more coming in the next day or so. So
yeah, you'll be getting some of our stuff.
Yep.
In a day or two. All right, let's welcome all the way from that blue state of New York, where they feel the warmth of collectivism. It is Charles Gillespie. Welcome.
Hey, Art. Hey, Lloyd. Hey, everybody in the chat.
Howdy, and how's the weather in your neck of the woods?
Well, it was surprisingly nice today, which was really good. We really needed to go out and get some stuff done today, and they were threatening that it was going to, start raining before we were ready to leave, and then rain through all the night, and it waited. It just waited until we were able to get out, do all our stuff, and get back. Praise Jesus! And then after we got back home, then it started raining. I'm like, okay.
Well, that's what you want after you get home. It's okay to rain. Yeah.
Especially with our truck and our driveway. Now I have one other thing, just one other quick little thing I wanted to talk about today. While we were out, of course, we did a little bit of grocery shopping, and I bought myself a six-pack of these.
Roasted seaweed snacks.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And you can't. The thing here is too shiny, but it says it's made with avocado. Oh, there it is, avocado oil. Now, I broke them out as soon as I got back in the truck. Mom wanted to try one, and I was stunned because she actually liked them. They're little, tissue paper thin green sheets. They taste a little fishier and they're a little salty. And because she liked them, that tells me that we really are genuinely living in an upside down universe, and Armageddon is nigh. So,
good.
Yeah. Stuff like that starts happening. It's like, the time is getting near. Hey, Brian.
Yeah, let's say hello to everybody in the chat. We got Mr. Bill, Uncle Bill, Bill Ronan. Good to see you, Bill.
Hey,
we
Bill.
got Brian, Waypoint, New England. We got Joe, USA Drone Flyer. And we got Giggles was here early. Good for him. And Charles Gillespie. And that is it. So, it'd be if my sister and my niece would start liking vegetables, I'd be like, whoa, holy hell. Let's put and then we got Michael, cool cat. Good to see you.
Oh, hey, Michael. Yeah. Well, I know, I'm pretty sure from what I've been seeing that the end of the world is going to be by a meteorite or the moon or something like that,
Right.
What's funny, I don't know if you were going to go with that or not about the moon. but I just watched a thing about the moon getting hit by a meteor,
Yes, I
and
saw that.
but I mean, I was watching a movie about it last
Oh,
night or yesterday,
yeah.
and then last night or this morning I got the update, and it showed and all the videos out of them. Of course, in that one, it threw the moon uh, out of
Orbit.
orbit. It had a decaying orbit, and a
Mm,
piece of the meteor, which was the part of a brown star, a burned out dwarf star. Anyways, it had embedded into the
don't
moon,
say dwarf.
huh? Anyways, what they call it. It's not me. But
Yeah.
anyways, it had embedded and it had such a huge mass, it was causing the moon to get closer and closer. They had to go up in there and use some sort of fancy bullshit to get that wedge out of there so the moon would kind of heal it. But and then I watched that. I think last night when I felt because I slept about segments of 3 last night, so I slept for about 3 hours and woke up, and then all of a sudden I started seeing things on I think it was on the Fox about the moon getting struck and showing the explosion. Damn, that looked just like what they showed in the movie last night. Yeah, yeah,
Well, and the other night was the lunar eclipse.
yeah. That's what I heard. Yeah,
And I was going out to my car and I looked. I know the night before was almost a full moon,
right,
and I looked up and I'm like going, "Oh, cool!" Because Dominic had mentioned something about
right. Yeah, I think it's
and
yeah,
I looked up and wow, it's cool. It's a blood red moon.
yeah,
I thought,
yeah, yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why my cousin had texted me and said that he said, "Well, he said the werewolf moon is out tonight," and I said, "Oh, great! All the crazies are going to be howling up and down the street."
Oh, werewolves of London. All
Yeah,
right. Well, and congratulations to Oklahoma. Their
yeah,
fine senator is now the new head of DHS.
yeah. What was funny is I got a pop up on my phone. I get pop ups from every different news agency that I subscribe to, and it was from our Tulsa station, Channel 6, and it popped up and it said something to the effect of Mark Wayne Mullen and DHS. And so I looked at it and it said he was being considered for it. And a
Mhm.
few minutes later, my cousin called and says, "Did you hear?" I said, "No, what?" He says, "Mark Wayne Mullen is the new head of DHS." I said, "Well, I heard he was being considered for it, but I hadn't heard the details yet." And about that time, it popped up on my phone. I said, "Oh, here's all the details." So,
Yep.
yeah.
Well, he has to be confirmed, though. So,
Yeah, but having been a senator, and he's got a pretty good reputation with both
yes.
sides,
Hmm.
and his confirmation is pretty much guaranteed.
Yeah. Hmm.
I don't think he's going to have too many problems because, I mean, he's been up there long enough. He's got, he was there as a congressman and then as a senator, so he's pretty well got.
And he's an MMA fighter.
Yes, he is. He was undefeated in this region here, and which I think the best would have been. You'd have seen how good an MMA fighter was if that union boss hadn't backed
Oh,
out
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I saw that
and there was a
video.
lot of interviews, because the local press here calls his office. He says, "Yeah," he says, "when I pulled my wedding ring off," he says, "that meant it was on." He says,
Uh-huh.
somebody, and I forgot who it was. One of the other senators spoke up for a second, and he says, I caught myself. He says, "I was going down there." He said, "I was taking him out." You know,
Hmm.
and yeah, and
And,
his family's got money. Uh,
good.
I hear the damn commercials about 20 times a day on the radio. Mullen Plumbing, because he started
Mullins
out he's a plumber. Yeah,
is a
his
plumber.
family owns. Yeah, Mullins Plumbing here in Tulsa. One the biggest, or bigger than Roto-Rooter. They're the biggest Tulsa uh,
Well,
plumber,
you
and
know, Watergate's famous for plumbers.
yeah, they are. Yeah,
And
yeah. But I don't think it's that kind of plumbing.
Christy Nome, former head, has been reassigned to another Department.
Yeah,
And her
she's the
second,
liaison officer for the Department of, or for the Western Organization of Shield, and I don't think it has anything to do with Iron Man or any of those guys.
okay.
I think it's a
That's
different Shield. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
but yeah, apparently her she was pretty much out after yesterday's you know
Senate
Senate hearing.
hearing.
Yeah, Senate hearing.
Yeah,
Yeah, her
where
testimony
she said that Trump authorized
authorized that. Yeah,
$200 million for an ad campaign.
yeah,
Uh,
which featured her
well,
predominantly.
yes,
Her riding horses, her doing this, her doing that, and I think as a governor she did great. And when she started out, when she first got the job, uh, hey Ronnie,
hey
uh,
Ron.
she did a great job in the beginning. I think what got her was typical Washington stuff, and she suddenly started looking at the possibility of this was a step, which is where I think she was headed in when she left the governorship. She would eventually be running for president, and
Running
I
for
think
president
she,
or
she
Senate.
or a Senate seat, but I think she saw this as a stepping stone in that direction, and she started because she started showing up at stuff that she didn't need to be there, and they'd
Right.
catch her. Somebody, the reporter would catch her and click her picture. And she
Mhm.
was everything was putting her first. She started putting herself out there.
Right.
That $200 million could have been used for something far better than watching her ride on horseback, which I got to
Right.
admit isn't unpleasant.
Yeah. I don't know. It's,
It's not like she's ugly, but at least it wasn't
oh,
Nancy Pelosi on a horse. Who'd
she's
been,
easy on the eyes, and so's
yeah.
Tulsi. Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, it was, and the fact that it has been rumored for quite a while in Washington she'd been having an affair with her her personal assistant. Apparently, he's been assisting a lot.
Yeah.
Problem is she's married to another. She's still married, and so is he, and they're not to each other.
Oh, okay. She's
And
trying to do the Bobert thing. Yeah.
yeah, she's I mean, yeah, they've been having this affair for a while, and it's pretty much been the talk of Washington D.C., which I
Mhm.
think was a bit of an embarrassment for Ronald Reagan. And
Yeah.
this was just the icing on the cake to have her removed. Because
More like icing on the face.
yeah, I think yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, Joe, I agree. I would have given her a piggyback ride too for nothing. Yeah, but except I probably couldn't have carried her. But anyways, but yeah, I mean, it's just I think she lost her way up there.
Yeah.
I
I
think
think so too.
she got the power trip like a lot of people do,
Mhm.
and that's where they forget who got them there and who they're supposed to be loyal to and
Mhm.
what they're supposed to, and uh
Well, and the local news had to, question my current Congresswoman, Brittany Pedersen, about Christy Nome. And she goes, I've been trying to get her removed for months because of the shootings, people getting shot, and kids ripped out of the arms of parents. I'm like, going,
oh
what
yeah.
shit? I mean, that's a bunch of crap. And
Yeah.
you know what? I'm going to have to
Yes,
play
Ronnie, I will be going to South Florida.
commercial time.
Hi, I'm Brittany Pedersen, running for Congress in Colorado 7th District. My goals are no bond for illegal criminals, taxes on tips, and overtime that only benefits greedy businesses and lowers revenue. More funding for gender-affirming care for children of Colorado. I approve this message.
There you go. And that's called parody. That's humor.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say it looks
Would
AI.
be an ad a Democrat would run. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I didn't hear words you said. I was just looking at her,
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
what in the hell
gender
you bitching about, Art? She's pretty.
Yeah, she is. She is, and
Yeah,
her
Ronnie, I am too.
husband got a cushy job from the state of Colorado. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So yeah, so that's my Congress person after Ed Perlmutter decided not to run again because it was starting to look like the Republicans might win that seat. So he handed it to her, and she held on in fine fashion. Yeah, because my district is Democrat, I think, +5. So it's a fairly safe seat.
yeah, yeah.
We're CD8, which is Gabe Evans, the Republican, who narrowly defeated an incumbent Democrat. And that's a really competitive district there. So,
Yeah.
alrighty. Let's see what everybody's the Democrats. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. I mean, I used AI and
Well, yeah, but she's, like what he's saying, this is, uh, and that should, well, okay, couple of things, the Democrats and the news cycle is such, they're, I think they've spent too many years using their, cell phones, texting on them because they
yeah.
got the attention span of a gnat because,
Yeah.
it's just, which we're going to talk about here in a few minutes, but it's not been that long since we, uh, started bombing Iran, and now
Yeah.
they're back to ripping the babies out of mother's arms and shit like that.
Oh
Completely
yeah.
completely forgot that that's exactly what President Obama did,
Yes,
literally.
that's right. That
Not
is
not out of the mother's, but out of the grandmother's arms.
yeah. Well, I mean,
At
look
2 o'clock
at
in the
Bill
morning.
Clinton ripping Elian Gonzalez out of the arms of his grandparents, I believe. Or,
Grandparents or aunt and uncles,
yeah,
his
yeah.
mother's family, because that's what she wanted. That's why she was coming here. And
Mm-hmm.
instead, they sent him back to Cuba. And
That's
that was they snuck in at early in the morning where they didn't think there'd be a lot of press
mm-hmm.
and
Right.
broke down the doors. And yeah, that was under well, that wasn't Obama, it was under Clinton.
Mm-hmm.
I
That
said
that
Obama, I
that
meant
was
it was, huh? It wasn't.
Obama. Yeah, he did bomb a bunch of
Yeah.
people
Oh
without
yeah, yeah.
prior authorization from
Oh yeah,
Congress.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so
But
that's what
I just
that's all about. So they care about dictators more than Americans.
they
Yeah.
pretty much do, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's
And
okay if they throw gays off a building. It's none of our business. We shouldn't.
oh my
eh,
God, one of the silliest comments I heard was it was a Democrat or a liberal, and I think it was a Democratic congresswoman or a senator or something. Surely it wasn't a senator; it must have been a congresswoman, saying that they felt so bad that this guy, the Ayatollah, been killed, and the now all of a sudden the trans rights are going. They're going to have to fear for their lives now that they don't have the Ayatollah and all of his people there to because he was a humanitarian. He kept the trans people from
Oh yeah, no,
yeah,
no, they
right.
were the ones being thrown off of buildings
Yeah, yeah.
along
And she said,
the
yeah, she made it sound like, they didn't do that, and now that they're gone, that's what's going to happen, just like
Yeah,
here. Well, we don't have
right.
the United States, and I'm thinking,
Mhm.
how damn stupid do you gotta be to
Oh,
not
I
under
had to deal with a former Facebook friend who is gay, by the way, and I kept pointing that out, and he was talking about the tearing children out of the arms of mothers by DHS. He
yeah,
was more outraged by that than a regime that throws gay people off of buildings. Oh yeah, let's
yeah,
have our priorities straight.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
All right, so let's talk about what precipitated this attack. It goes back to negotiations,
Right.
and it sounded like Iran was stall for time. And then I guess the last thing they decided, we're going to be bold and we'll tell them we've got 60%.
Actually, that's what they opened with.
Yes.
They walked in there real cocky and arrogant, and the first thing they said is, "We have enough 60% enriched uranium that we can make 11 nuclear bombs." And they didn't say it once; they just talked about it over and over. Apparently, and I heard an interview with one of the guys who was actually in the negotiations, and he says they walked in cocky and they didn't care. They were proud of the fact that they had that,
Right.
which was kind of stupid. And
I always kind of wondered. Sorry, I always kind of wondered if they were real with that. I mean, what if they were just saying that to sort of make everybody else think that they should back off and leave them alone? What if it was just a smoke screen?
Well, and that was part of that was part of the reason for the timing, because they were getting their ballistic missile stockpile built up, and that within probably a month or so, we wouldn't be able to go in there. Within the next couple of months, we wouldn't be able to go in there, and then they would have all of that firepower that nobody, it'd basically give them inner protection, and nobody would want to go in there because the cost would be too high and the loss of lives. And then they could build their nuclear bombs because nobody would go in there.
Right.
That was one of the primary reasons that we went after them. And of course the Israelis, Operation Roaring Lion, the reason they did it is because they had the opportunity to cut the head off the snake.
Right.
And it was CIA operatives that told them that, along with other people that we had, assets we had in that part of the world.
Or air tags in their turbines.
Yeah, put air tags in their turbines. Yeah. Yeah. But it's really I just saw what I was looking over at what Cool Cat said, but yeah. And that was really what it was all about. And we're to that point now that we have unfettered access, and we're going to start dropping bombs. They're already doing it. The B-52 started dropping 2,000-pound bombs today.
Oh, so they got the B-52s in now. Oh wow,
because they can carry a bigger payload. They can carry a bigger payload.
Yeah, I mean, tell the North Vietnamese.
Yeah, and so they started they can go with up to 2,000 pounders, and their base, because I didn't load B-52s, but several of my friends that I have over the years did, and other load toads, as we call ourselves, and the racks and racks of bombs that they can put in there, just unbelievable. Hello, Steve.
And we got Lon Denard. Hey, Lon. And not only that, but they've got pylons on the wings that could carry even more.
Yeah, they can carry the largest payload of Love Shack. Yeah, they've got the largest payload of anything, and they can. The thing is they can carry the heavies, and that's and so they started their bombing runs today, or last night. Yeah, and they've dropped. I don't know how many 2,000 pounders, but those are the ones, because now they're going after the underground rocket facilities and places where they're making the rockets. They're going after their, and they're trying to. And a 2,000-pound smart bomb is cheaper than some of the missiles, and they won't be launching the cruise missiles and stuff as much, because they got, now that the skies are opened up, they can bring in these more conventional bombs that will actually do more damage deeper down, with these bunker busters. But
Yep. And like I've been following Ryan Macbeth, and one of the things he likes to point out is we're going after the archer and not the arrows.
Yeah.
Take out the archer,
Yep.
and the rest will fall into
Yeah, and
place.
that's
Yeah.
pretty much. And they're down to. I think they said only there's a 90% drop of rockets being fired out of Iran today,
No
or as of
good.
last night. So they're getting down, but they still like uh, they've been bombing the United Arab Emirates. So, they
Mhm. They
they
even got as far as Turkey.
Turkey, yeah, and
Yeah.
that's finally caused the the European Union and NATO especially to finally step up, except for and I noticed that Michael said something about it, the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom,
Yeah,
or
they wouldn't let us use Diego Garcia.
yeah,
Now they've changed their tune. Yeah.
right, yeah. Well, Spain did too after he got back and heard that. Oh, what do you mean they're going to cut off all ties with us? Oh crap! Yeah, go ahead and use your bases. Bases that we've helped pay for.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Yep.
pisses me off. Those are bases we help pay for. You know,
Right.
how dare you say that?
How dare
Try,
you?
try to stop us, assholes. That's what I say.
Mhm. Yep. Yep. And
You're right, Ronnie.
news flash: Iraqi Kurds have invaded into Iran.
Yeah,
So,
that's what I heard. I started hearing that like last night or night before last.
mhm.
And but I hadn't heard that anybody has. I haven't heard any. Maybe some of the news agencies have, but I haven't heard any yet that have confirmed it completely. Because
Right.
so
Well, here's my concern. I'm worried that the IRGC could escape into Afghanistan. If they do that, then they'll have a place they could, set up shop there.
well,
And
most of them, especially all of their leadership now, has been
oh,
completely killed off. They have no leaders. The
yeah,
IRGC has just about been decimated, and as well as the what do they call that? The siege group, whatever they are. They're like a
oh, there are two groups. The IRGC is mostly command and control. They get most of the funding, and they get
right. Yeah.
all the big toys. And then you
Right.
have this other group called Artesh, which is the conscripts, and
Okay.
they're the ones. They have the small arms. They've got
Yeah. Well, and there's another group there, and they're the ones that have been going out, and I think they're foreign fighters that have come in to help out.
right
And
Iraqis.
they've been
Yeah,
going in and enforcing the crackdowns.
right.
But
Hmm.
I think they're pretty well decimated. And if the Kurds did invade, there's a good possibility that that will maybe hopefully these guys will stand up. I mean, they've gotten the protesters gotten their asses kicked, and
Yeah.
this should have
Mhm.
been done a long time ago, but it wasn't, and
Mhm.
we got there as soon as we had all the intel we could use to make it
Right.
viable for us to go in there because uh we don't want boots on the ground, you
Right.
know uh
Mhm. Yep.
and it's just something that and the
Yep.
problem we've got mainly, and the reason people are so mad about it or so aggravated about it, or the country split. A lot of people don't realize how long, a lot of the people, this has been going on since a lot of them, before a lot of them were even born,
Right. Mhm. This
and
has been going on for 47 years. And
yeah,
I bet
they
uh,
don't remember the Iran hostage crisis. They don't
right.
remember
I
uh,
think I
the
made a
the
point.
the
Go
barracks
ahead.
in was it in Lebanon
Yeah,
where the
Lebanon,
Marine barracks.
where they blew up the truck that killed all those Marines.
Marines, yeah, those
Yeah.
Marine barracks. Yeah, these younger people don't. That was in '83. Anybody
Yep.
born after that, you know, You know, and their kids now are in their 20s, you know, uh so yeah, they don't remember any of this, and this was all perpetrated by Iran.
Mm-hmm. And like I said on my Facebook, I said we have been war with Iran, and somebody that's our mutual
Yeah.
friend saying, "Well, where? Who? How do we know?" I go, "Well, we've been fighting their proxies all this time."
Well, they've been at war with us, and the
Yes,
problem has been is that we haven't fought back,
right,
and
and
now we
also
are.
kicking the can down the road
Yeah,
from
yeah,
Ronald
exactly.
Reagan on down, and we finally have a president who said, "You know what? I'm
I'm
getting
tired of this
tired
game.
of this shit.
Yeah,
Let's do this. Let's." And he finally got an opening and decided, let's do it. Let's
yeah.
go in this, and the whole region will be stable for a change. And I think this could be, if things go well for us, this could be even bigger than the Berlin Wall and communism falling in Europe.
I won't go. Well, yeah, it will as far as the region.
The region,
The difference is the
it,
Berlin Wall and all of that. That was kind of that was really a world war. That was
yeah,
technically
that
World
was,
War
yeah, the
Three. It's
Cold
the
War,
Cold,
yeah.
and it encompassed, and it'd gone on a lot. It'd gone on just as long, you
Hmm.
know, but it was more worldwide. We had, countries all over the world. Whereas what Iran's done is they've destabilized the Middle East,
Yeah,
and not too much further out, you know.
right. Right. Well,
And
I
you got
don't
to
know.
remember,
They've been sending arms as far as the Philippines, and they've been
well,
fucking.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
How
But
about the Bondi Beach uh, attack in Australia, or the
yeah,
Bondi Beach, they call
yeah,
it?
yeah,
Well, those were Filipino militants,
yeah,
Islamists that
yeah.
carried that out. And who gave them the funding? Iran.
Iran.
So
Yeah, I
they've
mean,
been,
I'm not saying that they haven't done that it hasn't been worldwide, but the comparing the Cold War to the Iranian War,
yeah, you're right. You're right.
it's not quite the same, but it's probably I think in the lifetime of the 40 plus, or 40 under crowd,
Yeah,
the Gen Z, the Gen X, uh, this is probably going to be the biggest thing in their lifetime.
yeah.
Yeah, and it will equal the Berlin Wall to them, just like it did to us back in
Mhm.
'90. You know,
I think this will really make China think about invading Taiwan.
yeah,
Uh, but
yeah,
Robert Beth still thinks it's going to be March or April of next year is when China will invade Taiwan.
uh, yeah. I don't think they're going to. I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah,
I don't. I don't know. It could, but they may make a small incursion into it, and then, but once we, once we show up there, which
yeah,
we've
yeah,
already got people there, because if this succeeds, goes down the road, it succeeds. Well, they've currently lost all of their oil
yes, that's
that they
right.
need, because they've lost it. They were getting it from Iran and from Venezuela, and we've got control of both. We got
Right,
control of Venezuela right now, and we have control of the Strait of Hormuz, or
the
yeah,
moose, yeah,
yeah,
mhm,
and we've got control of it right at the moment. Considering there's no ships left. I think they got one last. They got an aircraft carrier, or of some sort, or it's about
yeah,
the size of a World War II aircraft carrier. They got another one today, and I think it's
yeah.
like that was like their last ship. So
Well, and also what just happened was the first time since World War II that our submarine sank another ship.
Yeah, yeah. That's 2 times Soleimani has been taken out
Mm-hmm.
by by Trump's people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they
We
said
even
Israel
got
has the Iranian.
Ahmadinejad too.
Do what?
Ahmadinejad is dead too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
The
heard that.
former president. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I heard they got him.
Got him, and they even got a whole bunch when they were having a convention to pick the next Ayatollah, which was
Yeah, I
great.
saw a cartoon where this guy's opening. It says employment office, and this guy sticks his
Yeah.
head out and says, "We got openings for the Ayatollah. If anybody would like, would anybody like? Is there anybody here?"
Hello. 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 Yep. Yep.
Yeah, that's not a job because they've already been told that they're going to have a mark on their head. But yeah,
Yep.
they said Israel hacked the Iranian traffic cams to track the position of Khomeini
Oh, okay. And that's how they got him.
and
Okay.
other positions. So
Yep.
yeah, yeah.
Yep.
So
And also, people, I've been seeing on Facebook people complaining about the price of gas gone up, and but fortunately, one of my high school classmates explained in plain English without using any, you know, salty language or
right.
emotion to it. Just plainly said, "Hey, this is all about." Uh, Distribution, because the supply chain has been disrupted because you got no traffic around the Strait of Hormuz, and that's causing a backup of ships that are
Right.
carrying oil.
Yeah.
And someone said, "Yeah, but we got our own oil. Why should it affect our price?" Well, oil is fungible. And when something happens in another part of the world and it disrupts the supply of something, prices tend to go up.
Yeah,
You know,
and that's a question I've never looked into, and I may do that. I wonder what they pay per liter or per gallon in, say, Saudi Arabia.
oh, it's a lot cheaper
Is it?
because yeah, I mean, it's almost like getting water out of the faucet outside to water, because it's so
Well,
readily
you also
available.
got here's the other thing. We're in March now,
Yep.
and it's the distribution, of getting the oil. Yeah, that's a problem, but you also got to remember they're getting ready not in the too distant future to start converting over to summer blend.
Yeah, that's
And they
true.
usually start that in the springtime. So,
Hmm.
that's because
Hmm.
the actual, uh, I think they said, let's see, it was $81 for a barrel of oil, I think 3 days ago. And I think it was, or 4 days ago. And I think yesterday it was like at $78. So it's already coming down. And 78 is a lot cheaper than it was when it was under Biden.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So, right now it's just supply and demand.
Hmm.
And,
Yep. That's
but,
true.
and if we have to stop,
Yeah.
oh, excuse me. I
Hmm.
don't know why. I do know why I'm yawning. I didn't sleep good, but it's like here, we get our prices jumped up to 299.
Oh,
298.
yes.
I paid 289 yesterday, and I noticed it was 299 everywhere today.
Well,
So
it's 319 here is
yeah,
the high.
yeah, yeah. We're
I
probably
have
gonna
seen as high as 229.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, we're probably gonna bust, probably over $3,
Yeah.
in the next couple of days. But, when we have to switch to that summer blend, well, the refineries have to stop and
Hmm.
deplete what they have or store it somewhere, and
Hmm.
then they convert over to the summer blend, which means they have to reprocess a lot of stuff to make it more
Hmm.
summer
To meet
friendly.
the
So, yeah.
standards of the summer blend. Yeah.
Yeah, to meet the standards of California. That's what it comes down to.
California, well, each state is different, you know.
Yeah, but see,
Well, it's more of a region.
California's got the strictest
Strictest,
regulations,
yeah.
and almost everybody, all oil companies and all oil refineries, because California doesn't have any new ones, and very few
Mhm,
they do have, so they buy theirs from out of state. But it
mhm.
has to meet their regulations. That means everybody, it's like
Okay.
everybody has to change to it so that they can supply California. Because hey, they're needing to buy it because they can't make their own. So
Yep,
uh, so
that's
in order to supply California, they've got to have it at their standards. So they just go ahead and have gone over. It didn't used to be quite this bad, but over the last 10 years, you know, especially because oil in this, especially here, Tulsa, Tulsa, Muskogee, all this area around here, oil is a big deal. So
yeah,
everybody kind of keeps an eye on what oil is doing, even though
right,
it's not as big a deal as it used to be.
right.
The oil
Mm,
bust in the 80s kind of, we had to diversify.
mhm.
A lot of the
Well,
companies that were in that had to diversify. But yeah, that's probably part of what's affecting it. They're starting to change over. Uh,
right. Well, I paid $2.75 today, which is 30 cents more than what I paid last week.
oh yeah. I paid like 249 last week, and this week
So
it's 289. Yeah,
I waited. Usually, I get gas once a week, and it's usually Wednesday or Thursday.
right. Yeah,
But last week I let it go long because I wanted to find the cheapest gas. I ended up going well past a week, more like 10 days, and I finally filled up and it was 245 then.
right.
And then that was, I guess, right when the war, the bombing,
Yeah, that's per gallon.
and then I went and got gas today, and so I didn't pump as much
Right.
gas. A little, I think 4.5 gallons is what I got,
Yeah.
and so it cost me quite a bit less than last
Well,
Saturday.
my
Yeah.
my cousin's got a 2010 Ford F-150, with an extended. It's got the extended cab, and it's 4-wheel drive. And he filled it up. It cost him $95.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he thinks he's probably got a 30-gallon tank, but yeah.
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 Mm.
Brian says you need to learn to siphon.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, I saw. It was the funniest damn thing. There was a guy that was. It was a prank, is what it was. And he pulls up next to a vehicle, and he gets out he flips open the latch for where the fuel is at, puts a hose in, and before he does it, he sucks out and spits out whatever was siphoning, right?
Hmm.
The thing was he wasn't siphoning anything, because the cops ended up getting called on it. The thing was, he was doing this to a Tesla, and they still, while it was at the charging station, and they still called the cops, for because yeah, he was going around to Teslas, flipping open their tank, yeah, put it in the gas can and stuff, and the cops got called. It's like, yeah, how do you siphon?
Yeah.
I saw that,
Yeah.
and I'm going, oh my god, that's
Oh,
hilarious. But
boy. So that's what's going on. We got the new head of DHS.
yeah, yeah,
We got bombing going on in Iran.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
like you said, the missiles,
Oh,
them.
don't forget we had the Bill and Hillary show at the first of the week
Oh,
too.
yes, that's right. Where Bill was like calm and collected, and then Hillary
And
just had a meltdown.
I don't remember that stuff, but that's okay. I just, oh shit, we lost Art, which meant we lost he either
Oh, Now we're back. Yep.
What
I
happened?
don't know what the heck happened? You froze, and then a few seconds later, everybody went off.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, you went off first. It was me and Charles talking, and we were fine.
Yeah, for about
Are
2
we still
words, and
live?
then poof.
Yeah, we're back now. Yeah.
Okay. Are we still live on YouTube? Have you checked?
Let me go check.
You might want to check. Yeah. Joe says, yeah, that would give you a jolt siphoning from a, but it's just, they were so, oh, he
Yep,
says,
we're
yes.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like we're still
Yeah.
live. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But that was,
Ow.
that was so funny. But yeah, the Bill and Hillary show, Hillary, she got pissed off, you know,
Oh yeah.
she got up and left,
Yep.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
after pounding her. And Bill was like, he must have taken some gummies or something because
Yeah.
yeah, I just don't remember what it was that I did back then. And I don't know why I was in that pool. You know,
Yeah. The hot tub. Yeah.
well, I don't have any idea. I guess it depends on the meaning of what is.
Well, yeah, he does have. Well,
Yeah.
anyway, and then Hillary, I think her deal was the person asking her the questions was one of the victims, and she just got really irate
Oh
that she would
yeah.
ask her those kind of questions, and it's like,
Yeah. Yeah. I
hey,
know.
this is a Senate, deposition. You gotta be there. And,
Yeah. Oh
mhm.
yeah. She was hot and Bill. And the thing, it wasn't like she was on that plane with Jeffrey and doing all that nasty shit. Well, she might have been. Hell, I don't know. But I mean,
I,
have you looked at her and seen her attitude? I mean, you can't blame Bill. I've never blamed him for
oh
anything.
yeah.
Being married to her, yeah,
I think the deal was it was more about funding and money
yeah,
going to Epstein.
right,
Yeah.
exactly. That's what it come down to. And she's
And
yeah,
now
because
I'm finding out why what happened with Prince Andrew, and evidently there's a lot of money that was going through Epstein, and a lot of money to influence politicians,
yeah,
and that's why the House of Windsor could fall because of this. I mean,
yeah. I think what would happen is, and I honestly think that's probably going to be the next step. I don't think the House of Windsor could fall, but it may be the end of the monarchy. But I'm not. There's still a lot of people in England that support the monarchy,
right.
and I think that what's going to happen is Charles will step down. He'll
Yeah.
abdicate, and William will be the new king. I honestly think that's what they're probably looking at right now. Is
Right.
uh,
Hmm.
and it's going to depend on uh, how far he distanced himself from
Yeah, that's
the
true.
fray. Because
That's
if he knew about all this stuff, well, that's just Uncle Andy. He's
yeah.
just bent that way. Him and uh, what's her
Aunt
name?
Martha.
Yeah, the redhead. What? Uh, Andrew's
Oh,
wife.
look, Harold,
Huh?
Henry, Harold.
No, his wife.
Oh, okay.
Princess
Oh, yeah, Fergie.
Fergie. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
Aunt Fergie and Uncle Andy, they're just bent like that. We just ignore it, thinking it'd go away. And if he knows that kind of stuff, like, but did you see him bringing victims and you didn't step up and say something? Like, that
Yeah.
might be what does it.
Hmm.
Oh God,
Now, could any of the other lines, like the Tudors, could they come
who?
back? And the Tudor,
I
uh,
doubt it. No, the tutors are so far down the list. If there's
uh,
any left, because we're talking, we've had after the tutors there was was it the James the Stewarts.
The Stewarts, yeah,
And then
that's
from the Stewarts would be closer to it than the Tudors were, because
right,
Tudors was it pretty much ended after Elizabeth. You know,
right.
as a matter of fact, it did, because after Elizabeth, it went to the House of Stuart because there were no Tudors.
And
You know,
then it went to the Hohenzollern Gotha. Yeah, that would have been when Prince Albert married Victoria, and that's how the German line got in, and
yeah, but that was
gave up all their German titles and
yeah
took
that.
the name Windsor.
But she wasn't Windsor. It that didn't change until her son, George V. Victoria was a Stuart, was still a Stuart.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
she was the last Stuart.
Oh, okay.
And
Did I learn
then
something new?
George became king, and they were the house of oh,
Hohenzollern Gotha.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I think I'm not sure that that's the, but anyways, it was during. It's just when World War One broke out, they
yeah,
changed to
just
Windsor.
before. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
just before it broke out, he changed it to Windsor, and it's been the House of Windsor ever since.
I thought they changed it after World War One.
May have been after World War One, but
I think it was
I thought it
after
was
World.
during the war because there was so much.
I have been there. I'd
Yeah,
have to look that up.
yeah. My that little area of English history, I'm lacking. You know, I've
Uh,
been lax on. You know, I
mhm.
kind of, you know, I know the lineages up to that point, but I know that Victoria was the last Stuart, and
uh,
and
and
because
who was the last Plantagenet? Would that be what?
Richard III.
Richard III. Okay, that's okay.
Yep,
And he was killed in battle,
he
right?
was killed at the Battle of Bosworth Field
Okay, that's right.
by Henry VII, or Henry Tudor, and then
Okay.
Henry the Set.
Oh, when they went to school, did they have a tutor?
I don't think so, but
Okay.
Henry Tudor did marry. Uh, that's another thing. Did marry Richard's niece, who was the daughter of Edward the Fourth.
Okay.
Because Edward the Fifth was one of the two princes that was uh, murdered in the Tower. They claim Richard did it, but he didn't. You know, there's been too much. There's been too much proof now that
Oh.
Richard of Gloucester, Richard Plantagenet,
Mhm.
aka the Third, did not kill it. You know, that was propaganda put out by uh, uh, let's see, Sir Thomas. Hell, I can't remember. He was the Archbishop of Canterbury,
Oh, Sir
and
Thomas More?
no.
Uh,
Anyways, and
yeah.
William Shakespeare.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Okay.
maybe was it Thomas? Maybe it was Thomas More. Yeah.
Well, I found out studying my English ancestry that I have some blood in the Plantagenet line.
Oh,
Hmm.
well, kind of came up short on that, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
And I have
Hey, my
some.
family, the Mendenhalls are in the Mildenhalls, which is the original spelling of our name. They are in the Doomsday Book.
Oh, the Doomsday Book.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the one that uh Prince John, or King John, he became King John.
Uh,
That's the one
and
he
I
started.
also, yeah, go ahead, finish.
He took inventory of all of, because he wanted to know, because Richard the First had just kind of blown it all away, and so he needed to know how he needed to make money. So he did a census of all the lords and of the land, and we're mentioned in there. Two different ones are mentioned and it's called the Doomsday Book. I don't know why,
Uh,
but that's the list
oh,
of all
Beckett,
the
he said.
Beckett, Thomas Beckett. Yes, thank you,
Thomas Beck.
thank
Uh,
you. I knew
and,
Cool Cat should know it. He knows his English history better than I do, I'm sure.
I also have lineage to the Carpathian line.
Oh,
Yeah, which that's France. Yeah,
okay.
or the Carolinian. Anyhow, so
Yeah. I've got, I've got
you.
I've
Yeah,
got an Air Force base named after us,
yeah.
Got a
Uh,
glacier named after us, you know. There's
oh,
Milden,
Mendenhall Glacier. Okay.
yeah, Mendenhall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. And thank you. Three conservative gimps and what was it? Princely genealogy. Yeah.
Princely genealogy. Yeah, I don't have anybody important. I just,
Mm.
English.
Well, I
Yeah,
do have ancestry. Who was the famous family out of Arizona? One of them was
the Earps.
no, not the Udalls. Uh, God,
Oh, Goldwater.
no.
They were out
The,
of Arizona.
yeah, but who's the gal that was shot in January 6th? Ashley
Babbitt.
Babbitt. Yes.
Babbitt,
Yeah,
Babbitt, Babbitt. Yeah.
the Babbitt family. I have some
Thank you
lineage
for the
to
compliment, Michael.
Babbitt. hmm And yeah, so I have some family lineage into that. Yeah. That's the
Well,
only.
my family line on the uh well, both of them came over. The Mendenhalls came over. Uh, they I think it's the Mendenhall line came over during the uh with William Penn,
Oh,
or
okay.
the Mildenhalls did. Thomas Mildenhall did, and and they stayed Quakers, all through
Right.
time, and then a few of them broke out of the Quaker group, and that's mine. And
Uh,
while all the rest of the Mildenhalls have money, uh,
uh,
my line is broke, so.
yep.
There you go. But yeah, so we're out of Pennsylvania. It's where they first landed was in Pennsylvania, or they came over here with
Pennsylvania.
William Penn. And then the other side, on my dad's other side, is uh, the Fishers, and Fisher von Fischerbach is the full title name. And we basically got kicked out of Germany for poaching the king's deer.
Ah, okay.
That old
There.
story. And
Mm-hmm.
so yeah. And then on my mother's side, we have Joneses and the Emmets. I can find nothing about the Emmett side, uh,
Mm.
because her grandpa Emmett was actually an immigrant from England.
Oh, okay.
But so mom was a second generation English, and
Oh,
then
okay.
on her father's side, well, they were a bunch of scoundrels out of Kentucky.
Oh, well, Kentucky.
Yeah.
What can you say?
Well, it's like her grandfather had 3 wives,
Oh, well,
33 kids,
oh,
and
Mormon.
never divorced one of his wives.
Oh,
Ended up abandoning all 3 wives and kids.
Wow.
mhm.
Yeah. And he was a preacher on top of it.
Oh,
He was
okay.
he was what they called a
He's a
circuit preacher,
preacher.
which he was a circuit preacher, so he's riding the circuit for damn sure. Yeah.
Oh, he was riding more than the circuit.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And his son, my grandfather, was pretty much the same way. He was a scoundrel too. I mean, my grandpa treated me great. As a
uh-huh.
grandpa, he was a wonderful person. As a father, he pretty well sucked. He cheated on his
Uh,
wife. My grandmother was so set in her Victorian ways that my grandfather he'd been a fireman and he'd been a plumber. He'd plumber for the most part. He'd come home from work, get cleaned up. She would have his clothes set up. They she'd have dinner waiting for him. He'd come in, sit down. The whole family lived in one big house. His brothers and sisters, and
right.
and family. And my grandmother cooked for all of them. And he'd come home, and then he would get ready to go out for the evening, and she'd lay out his dress clothes because she didn't want her man going carousing around town looking like a bum.
Okay.
But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One lady come up one day and says, is this the home of Miriam Jones? And she goes, yeah, why? She
Why,
said,
yes, it is.
yes, it is. Why? And she said, she's holding the baby, says, because this is his baby. She says, like hell it is. I'm his wife. She chased the woman off. So mom apparently probably has a sibling that nobody, they don't know about. And my mother was standing there. She was about 13, 14
Yeah.
maybe. And she looked at her mom and says, why don't you just, when dad comes home tonight, why don't you just take a frying pan to the back of his head? And my grandma reached out and smacked my mom and says, you will not disrespect your father. What goes on like that is between him and I. I'll take care of it, but you will not disrespect your father.
Mm-hmm.
And she never did,
Good.
But he was a wonderful grandfather. I mean, he treated, I was his only grandchild at the time. So I had it pretty lucky. I was spoiled.
There you go.
You know,
All righty. Well, we've gone a little over an hour and we covered quite a bit. And I want to thank everybody in the chat for coming. I hope you enjoyed the show and got an earful of English genealogy. Take care, everybody. Don't forget my show tomorrow night and Bill's show on Saturday night and Lloyd's show
on Monday.
Take care, everybody.
night,
Stay warm and stay dry. Good night,
Take care,
everybody.
folks.
Don't forget, tune in to Artco Drones and Entertainment live stream for more exciting content every Friday night at 5 p.m. Mountain Time.